Hello friends, welcome to another video. Today's review is A Starling House by Alix Harrow. I should have had that memorized before I put that up. I love the cover with the starlings and the keys and the tree, like the leaves, the branches and everything. There's nothing on the back, it's just black. Very pretty. I absolutely hate these. This is not a sticker that is in the book. But I got this from my library, so it doesn't matter. It's not my book. It's a new release. Absolutely first person to read this copy. I will read the back for you. I dream sometimes about a house I've never seen. Opal is a lot of things: orphan, high school dropout, full-time cynic, and part-time cashier. But above all, she's determined to find a better life for her younger brother, Jasper. One that gets them out of Eden, Kentucky, a town remarkable for only two things: bad luck and E. Starling, the reclusive 19th century author of The Underland, who disappeared over 100 years ago. All she left behind were dark rumors and her home. Everyone agrees that it's best to ignore the uncanny mansion and its misanthropic heir, Arthur. Almost everyone, anyway. I should be scared, but in the dream I don't hesitate. Opal has been obsessed with the Underland since she was a child. When she gets the chance to step inside Starling House and make some extra cash for her brother's escape fund, she can't resist. But sinister forces are digging deeper into the buried secrets of Starling House, and Arthur's own nightmares have become far too real. As Eden itself seems to be drowning in its own ghosts, Opal realizes that she might finally have found the reason to stick around. In my dream, I'm home, and now she'll have to fight. So, the whole book is back and forth between Arthur and Opal. When it's in Opal's point of view, it's first person. When it's in Arthur's point of view, it's third person. I know that bothers a lot of people, but it seemed to flow very nicely with this book. But I'm letting you know, because if it bothers you to jump back and forth between first person and third person, maybe you won't like this book. I thought it didn't bother me. I thought it flowed nicely. The main characters. What are you boys doing? Can you see them up there? They're on the top of my bookshelf. Trouble. Okay, so obviously Opal and Arthur, who the man who lives in the Starling House, Opal's brother Jasper. Bev is the owner of the motel that Opal and Jasper are staying in. Charlotte is the librarian who sort of befriends Opal. Mayhew is a cop, one of the main cops in town. Bane is she's not really a consultant, but she's trying to get information about the Starling House. She's basically one of our protagonists, one of our bad guys. We don't like her so much. The Graveleys, they are so in the town of Eden, the main industry is the Graveleys. I think it's coal mines. And a lot of the story wraps around the Graveley family and their coal mines and everything. And then, of course, the author is Eleanor Starling. They talk about her a lot. I feel like she plays a pretty important role. That's basically it for the main characters. It is, it's a little bit dark. There's not really a super big conflict in the book. It's a little bit of a mystery fantasy book. The house has its own secrets. It's kind of sentient. Arthur is the warden. I don't know how to describe it without really ruining it. It's magical, but it takes place in the real world. It's definitely got like dark gothic vibes. No fantasy creatures per se, definitely no dragons. Opal is sort of drawn to the Starling house right from the beginning with dreams. And yeah, I don't. It's so hard to talk about it without really spoiling it. Besides saying that the house is sentient, I really found I was entranced by this book. I really love the writing style. I felt like the plot was very evenly paced. I'm gonna try standing this up. Can you see that? Not really. Definitely very evenly paced. I didn't feel like anything was overly predictable per se. I didn't, but you also know if you watch my videos, I don't like trying to predict things. You can see how the characters grow and change as they learn things and get better. Emotionally, a little bit of suspense, a little bit of joy and happiness, not too much sadness in general. I honestly don't know what to compare it to. Any kind of mystery book. What did I read? I did a review of a couple other mystery books, but they were just like regular, everyday, normal world mystery. I don't really have any fantasy mysteries to compare it to. If you heard that crinkling, the cats are here on the floor play fighting, and they like tumbled into a bag that's sitting there, being silly, being brothers. Romance, I would say there is a little bit of romance. The beginning is PG-13, but I would say like 15, 16 and older for sure for the whole book. And there's no point in reading it if you can't read the whole book. So yeah, 15, 16. It's not smut. It's not part of the main plot line, but it is in there, so I would give it a solid 5 out of 5 stars. It exceeded my expectations. I was just in love with this book. The plot was interesting and engaging, left me thinking. The characters felt real and relatable. Definitely page turner. Definitely could not put it down. Debating on actually buying it. But I don't know if I would actually read it again. But I absolutely loved it. Like, I found it so fascinating and interesting. Like, yeah, just like good feelings for the whole book. It's one of those books. It's kind of hard to really describe it perfectly, but there's intrigue and hidden things that need to be found, and yeah, why they have bad luck, why everyone has bad luck, and all that stuff. Why the house is kind of sentient. Why Opal is drawn to it. Why Arthur is the warden. All that stuff gets answered. The ending is sort of vague to a point, but it is satisfying. Like, they do wrap things up. They do give you a generalized happy ending with leaving some things up to the imagination. The whole ending is in the last chapter of the epilogue is sort of in third person, but they do end all the main points and wrap it up nicely. It is a standalone. There's nothing else after it. I really think people should check it out. I absolutely loved it. Thought it was totally worth it. Starling House by Alix E. Harrow. 5 out of 5 stars. Great book. I don't know. Yeah, that whole review felt kind of not normal. But I really don't know how to describe it any other way without giving any spoilers at all. And I really try hard not to. Anyway, please read the book. I hope you liked the video. Like and subscribe. And I will see you all in the next video.